Hello, this is Miho from Canada. How are you guys doing? I hope your mental and physical health are good and fit. So today, I'm going to talk about worry energy of worries, more of the extreme side of worries. That itself is the best tool to put people down, put yourself down, put the environment or atmosphere down. And it sucks the energy out of you, sucks, the motivation down. So it really, this extreme worry energy really works to put you down. So when you have this, you just stop and think and look internally that where this worry is coming from. A lot of the time it just feel like it's not tangible. It's more like intangible and you don't know where it's coming from. It's just more of like a fog. You can't really pinpoint it, but it just have that feel. So it's a nice method to just pinpoint where is that coming from, so that you have the method to really clear that, thinking, and also how to deal with it. And especially now there's COVID-19, there's so many worries, kids, health, elderly, job, and this is very natural. So I'm not saying that you just ignore or neglect these feelings, which is very natural to you. But instead of just worry, extreme worry, and you just make yourself panicky, you stop and really see the big picture. And what can you do about it? How you deal with it? What could you do? Instead of just panicking about this whole kind of crowds of worries. And when you give the extreme worry energy to the others, they don't feel good. They feel like pulling down. The energy is down. They get sucked, the energy gets sucked out of it. So it's important that you really internally internally really calm yourself, and then practice this leveling of your frequency. When you are in extreme worrisome mode, you are not really calm state. Your conscious level is very low, and you bring a lot of worries too, because you have this energy of worrisome. So you attract you attract those things that worry you more, and then you see more evidence after evidence, and you think to yourself, see what happens. So it's you doing it. So when you really look internally and check the state of being, where are you operating from? Are you operating from gratitude or happiness or joy and appreciation, or are you just really operating from a deep extreme worries, anxieties, and those unstable feelings? So it's a good thing to check yourself, to check your state of being here and there, so that you know where you're operating from. And most of the time those worrisome is very vague, so you just don't know where it's coming from. You cannot really pinpoint it. You just have this feeling, and it just builds up, and you work yourself up. Instead, because that state is very unstable, and it creates a lot of anxieties and unnecessary worries, and the people around you will feel it too, through your voice, tone of voice, the face expressions, or just that the feel from you. So instead of just giving that off to the outside, check yourself, check your state of being, like where are you operating from. And then also the consciousness to be conscious to not to add too much of the worries. And having the worries is very natural for the human beings, because in olden days we had to run from danger, we had to protect ourselves. So you have this sensor, so you need to be worried constantly to protect yourself for the survival. But now in this modern age, you're not gonna be out and about and hunting for the survival, and it's been changed so that this natural feel is there, but you don't really need to rely on that too much anymore. So you need to really capture that natural sensor and tweak it for the better, for living now in this age. And so the important thing is not to add more to it, because that's something that you increase the level of extreme worries. And when you live in this worry world, you become comfortable, and you always constantly look for the worries. That is your state of being, that being stable in a kind of funny way. So you're constantly looking for something to worry about. If you don't, you get really worried, because you feel comfortable being worried. So when you have something solved, and when something good happens, and you can't really accept it as a good thing, you cannot really be happy about it, because you're constantly looking for something to worry about. It's more like a reward being worrisome. So that becomes a really extreme case, and you don't want to be that way. I've seen people who do that, and constant worry, and they don't like it, but they become accustomed to that stage, and they really invites a lot of worries, and people around them, they feel this energy, and they just don't like it, because it sucks the energy, sucks the life out of you. So having this worry energy is natural, but you just do not add to it, do not produce more of it by worrying too much extremely. So looking for the facts, or looking for the ways to deal with how to reduce these worries, or tactic ways, or just be specific and having a clear vision, it really helps. So you just need to really stop yourself to think internally, where's the worries literally coming from. And that's the one way to have the clear vision. And the majority of the time, like I said, it's very vague, very crowded, sort of you cannot pinpoint it. So when you do that process, maybe the 50% of it would be lifted. You have the sunny part, like clear. So you have less things to worry about. And you just, trust yourself, trust your instinct. And you think it's, the world is full of worries, or you think the world is full of joy and happiness and peaceful. That's your choice too. So when you have the base, you have a different viewpoints about things to worry about. So this is something to think about, and go along with a good energy and deal with it in a clear vision. Okay, thank you. See you soon.